Twitch, why must you be so confusing?
Twitch. Okay. Hello. This is Tayu, your emotional support animal, and this is Otis the Can.
Hello.
Hello. Would you like to introduce yourself?
And welcome to Alice Joe. My name is Otis the Can, and I am joining to you today. Oh, that's bugging me. The N is on a different line. I'm joining to you today for some introspective art.
Yay. Indeed. What's up?
So, real quick, Tayu, could you send me the stream together invite again?
Oh, sure. Hang on.
I genuinely think it was just because you were offline when you sent the first one.
Awaiting response. Okay, send invite. I can send another invite. The host or another mod just performed that action. Action already taken. That's crazy.
I don't understand. Why does it be so convoluted?
Welcome in Raytheon Fanatic. Hello. I saw people have issues with Arc Raiders because there's AI, but didn't the voice actors give consent? I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
I can answer. Yes, they did. They were paid to give their voices as basically as the training data for those. It's not even really AI in that sense. It's more so, to my knowledge, the AI was mostly just there to make the voices. But from there, it's the same sort of TTS thing that we've had since like Microsoft SAM, probably a bit more advanced because it can like measure tone and such. But the AI was just used to make the sample that the voice is pulling from.
But I mean, in that case, it's not like an ethical issue. It's just like it might lead to worse line deliveries because, like, obviously you can't have bespoke lines with like, you know, intent behind them or something. But yeah, that's just a matter of quality, I guess. Also,
it's a similar thing to like Siri.
I'm just confused because like that's a very strange thing to have for your first time chat, like completely out of nowhere. Hello. Yeah, that is the main issue, I guess. Yeah.
One of many.
Yeah,
That's also a hell of a topic to just come in with.
Just asking in general, okay. The impact on the environment, yeah, that is also definitely a thing. That is a big one. So yeah, hi. Hang on. Let me put my keyboard over there because there's like very little room on my desk for some reason. For some reason that I couldn't possibly put my finger on because it couldn't possibly be that I just need to like really clean it up or something. So I might.
Of course not. Absolutely no way.
Hi, Hellcat. Hello.
And whoa, Hellcat! Glad to see you around.
I am glad to see you. Asking because I did use AI, but I'm actually starting to try and learn to draw. Oh. Well, I respect that. I respect...
The important part...
Yeah, that you're, you know, putting in the effort.
Yeah.
Hi, Blue Fox.
Hello.
Hello. So, let me catch up on chat. To bitch, yes, hello. Connie, congrats on being first. Hi, and message, hello there. And yes, thank you for a week of Tayu stream watching, streaking.
Tayu streaking?
Yes.
Oh.
It is more likely than you think. My brain went to a row of 7 Tayu clones giving each other love and support and comfort. Aw. That does sound nice, doesn't it? Didn't someone make that joke like my dream blunt rotation? Just Tayuling, 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 Tayuling.
Hello, Blizzy.
Oh, Blizzy, hello there.
Crystal.
Welcome,
hello,
welcome.
Suo.
And Suo, hello there. Early introspective, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be at a cuddle party again tomorrow because I need that, because holy crap. These past few weeks have been rough. Like, real rough. Real bad. So, yeah. Your dad gifted you a lamp. Is it a good lamp? Are you excited about the lamp? Movie game night tonight? Yes. Probably. Betty Fest. Hi. I show up and I hear about a cuddle party? Yes. It's more likely than you think that it might exist in your area. Also, I'm glad to see you again, Patty. Hi. It's always so wonderful when, like, someone follows you and then, like, they just show up again. It's like, oh gosh. I'm gonna need my invite right now. Like, I know, right? But, like, I mean, obviously it's, like, a thing that is, like, I was at one at Las Vegas FurCon. Ah, nice. Yeah, I imagine furries would be uniquely predisposed to, going to cuddle parties. My follow means something. Yeah, yeah, I'm glad. Hi, Suba.
Hello,
Suba.
Super.
It's so good because my caravan is really dark. You live in a caravan? Aww. But yeah, cuddle party is like, you should, it's not really a party so much, although there is, I've also been to one that is like, really more like a party, with like dancing and stuff, and it's like open-end, so it's like, it's not just cuddling, they like prepared like condoms just in case, so that was crazy. But really, no, it was just a party, but like with, the implicit understanding that you are, in fact, there in order to, get close to people, and share some affection. But yeah, the point of most cuddle parties is more like, it's kind of like more akin to like, if you have like a yoga group or something, where you just get together and you create this mindful space and stuff, and then the thing is just that the thing you do together is not just yoga, but like you end up cuddling together after some warm-ups and setting exercises about setting boundaries and whatnot, which might actually be a really good segue into our subject today. But yeah, I would recommend, if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, looking on the internet for ones in your area. Because, yeah, there might be some. Sister got pregnant, so I couldn't share a room, so now I'm in a caravan. Oh boy. Oh, I hope that treats you well. Hellcat also showed up and came back. Yay! Today was very comebackable. Comebackable. I saw the word comebackable out of the corner of my eye earlier, and I was like, don't make a joke, don't make a joke, don't make a joke.
By saying not to make a joke, you have implicitly made that joke.
Yes, that is my specialty. Also, hi, music.
Hi, music.
Papa. I want to experience living in a caravan, to be honest. I mean, I guess that is very much something possible. Okay, I guess.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know. They probably have them somewhere. It's nice for privacy, but it's very cold. Yeah, especially in the winter and stuff. Ugh, I can't imagine that those are very well insulated. And Savi, hi, hola, how are you doing? So, Otis, were you saying something? I might have interrupted you.
I just figured out how to do that.
Ah.
Wait, there's... Okay, I'm trying to... There we go.
I believe in you.
I feel like I'm figuring out the system.
Are you doing it?
Okay, I'm in there. Woo!
Yay!
Yay, we've eventually stumbled into the answer.
Fetch. What was the problem?
The fact that the join button is right next to your name and not where any of the other UI elements are.
Ah. I see.
He's foot deleting.
Yeah, I'm borrowing my mom's electric blanket. I'm also using an electric blanket for my feet. Good, my laptop got resetted when it got fixed and I lost my progress, but good. Oh dear.
Oh, that
You
sucks.
lost your progress. I hope it wasn't too much progress. Be right back on water. Okay. So now, how the heck do we put this? So, cuddle parties actually are like a really good segue, because like they are like this kind of group activity where, I was talking to someone who did one for the first time, and she was really kind of put off by like how many things we did before the whole like cuddle pile thing started. But like that's kind of an essential part of it. Like you really, the thing about physical affection is that like we are starved for it, because when we are in our usual daily lives, hello Commander Caleb, when we are in our usual daily lives, like we're in this kind of like, we're in these like systems, we're in like these kind of roles, societally speaking, and like something about the way we are raised within these systems makes it hard for us to accept that like you can just be close to someone who might be a stranger. A lot of people can't even imagine like being affectionate with someone who isn't like your life partner or something. And like, so you really need to like warm up people to the idea. You really need to bring them out of their usual way of thinking and open up to just like being there and just, acting on like this very basic need to just feel like you are, part of, like a pile of kittens in a basket or something. I'm glad to hear that, Patty. And yeah, so like, yeah, it's important to have like these, to really create a space that makes that place like distinct from in the way it works from everything outside of it, everything outside of like everything that you experience outside of that in your daily life. And this is kind of a similar thing. I guess that's part of why, our the actual art therapy sessions that I always do, they start with like, talking about what has been going on with you recently and why, what has been on your mind, and then trying to find a subject from that. And now, in recent introspective art streams, it has been a bit of an issue that like sometimes it doesn't feel like people quite got the vibe, like the vibe is a little bit off, like someone doesn't quite understand what is expected here, what is like appropriate. Well, that feels, I don't like explaining it that way, because like, I don't know, like talking about what is appropriate and expected and stuff like that feels very like, right? Doesn't that seem like kind of haughty, kind of like, oh, how inappropriate, like it feels wrong. But is there a better way to put it? I don't know. So yeah, the subject of boundaries is something that I think might be important to talk about. But yeah, Otis, I would invite you to like try and figure out where to go with this, and I'm gonna catch up on chat real quick.
All right. I don't think your description was particularly like haughty. I didn't really get that sort of sense of that. And yeah, because I don't really view it as I know a lot of people like to use manners as a cudgel of authority, but like these sort of manners that I expect on people. First of all, I tell you about like the things I like guests coming over, leaving their shoes at the door. I will tell you explicitly that. if you don't already do it. And I do not expect you to know that until I have told you, and I'm fine with reminding you a few times. That's completely normal.
Yeah, that's an important thing about boundaries too, is that like you do need to establish those. And then you can expect them to be respected. You can't expect someone to respect boundaries before they have been really set, obviously. Hang on, let me catch up on chat here.
Thinking about color guard. Oh.
Huh.
Wait.
All my art is gone, even the backups, but I have them saved to my phone. Oh dear. I hope that's not too big of an issue. That sounds like it could be a huge deal. This week has been heavy on me, unusually so, and I can't talk about it yet. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe another time, hopefully.
Whenever you feel comfortable, Suba.
Yeah. I'm somewhat of an educator in some circles, and it's so nice to hear this. Oh, heck yeah. That sounds really nice. As someone who isn't really fond of affection, hard agree, even if there is an underlying, there's the underlying message is the same. I can only share some of it here, since part of it comes from being a dom and an educator in that field, but I practice the kind of relationships where I can have cuddle buddies and show this kind of affection with all kinds of people. And I'm always talking about how we need more affection broadly as a society. Yes, absolutely. 1000%. Wow, Suo. I'm glad you're comfy. Think about color guard. What does that mean?
Color guard, I know, is a thing. It's part of a cheerleading team. Like, it's usually a thing in, like, high schools.
Alright. So I guess that's what they associated with, like, the kind of space that was being created. I guess, okay, I guess I can see it. Thinking of classroom content, only want to clarify that. Very different kind of educator. No kids allowed in my classes. Okay. Specifically thinking of aftercare rooms some venues have that are just big cuddle piles. Beanbags, stuffed animals, cozy vibes, and lighting. That sounds so good. My dad gave me an iPad with Procreate. Ooh, nice. I'm glad to hear that. I don't know how to use it with brushes and stuff. Well, I can only recommend, like, tutorials. Like,
If I may offer something, so sort of how I learned DaVinci. You do two projects. First one, you just sort of like futz about, like you click on buttons and you do stuff. It's just a complete like scratch board to do whatever to like futz around with the tools that the program gives you. The second one, you actually try to do something with that. So like for me, the second one was editing videos for Teiyu, which how long did I upload those, my guy? Doing commissions for Teiyu really helped me sort of like put structure to these things that I had figured out the functions of. If that makes sense.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, like you learn what the components are, then you learn why you put them together, pretty much. At least that worked for my mind. You might want to try that, Suba.
Hey, okay, so, yeah. So, is everyone okay with making today's subject about boundaries? Or something like that? No way, it's Obama! Hi, hello! Yes, sure? Yeah, cause, you know, like, last stream, someone's boundaries were kind of like, violated? I feel like that feels like a very violent word to use, but like, I guess it's the only one I can think of. And like,
Disrespected, maybe?
disrespected? Yeah. Oh, Sweet Machi. Hi. Hello.
Hello, sweet Machi.
Thank you. Violent but accurate? Oh, overstepped? Yeah, that's a good word.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
Oh, welcome in. Might not use Procreate today, but yeah, I need a tutorial. Been using an App Store free app so far. Yeah, yeah. You can find a lot of little tutorials. It's not a very hard program to get used to. Unless you're doing like more complex stuff, but for just like, you know, nice scribbling and stuff like that, it's really easy.
To be fair, Suba, I've been doing literally all of my art on Ibis Paint X, which is free, and honestly, really good app. So, I probably should not have name dropped it, but still, like, I'm also using a free art app, so you can get some results from them.
Oh, sure. Okay, so, yeah. So, just, did I miss the topics because I went AFK for a moment, so mom brought me tea. Yeah. Aww. I guess, yeah, we're, kind of set on the idea of making today about boundaries. Because, yeah, it's a time to consider, establishing really what this space should be about. Because, like, like, for me, it felt like there's been someone, I don't want to put someone, like, super on the spot, but, like, I think it might, I don't know. I think the impression I got is that like they viewed this as kind of like a competition or something, like somewhere to like to present yourself, to perform in some fashion, and like you're being graded, and like that is kind of an easy mistake to make, I guess, because like this space is about like being seen and seeing others too, but like it's not in the performative kind of way. It should be in a way that like you know, is really free of judgment and very like sincere and stuff. And you know, when you start acting like it's about like right and wrong, about good and bad and stuff, then people feel less free to really express themselves, right? And it kind of destroys the vibe. That is where I'm coming at it from. What is your idea on this, Otis?
Honestly, so I know that you floated the idea of making this one about boundaries like a week or so back. And the moment you said that, I got a very crystal clear idea of what I was going to draw.
Uh-huh.
So I am quite excited for this. And it's another one with musical accompaniment.
Oh. Oh, wow. Alright. So, I think that should be good for the preamble. We do have a bunch of new folk in here. So, let's get into what we actually do here, one step at a time.
Thankfully, you've got a short for that.
I do have a short for that. Give me a second to bring up the short. Art therapy is a way to connect to and explore your deepest thoughts and emotions using art. Yeah, it can be hard to find the words to really grasp those feelings and get them out there. And art can offer a gentle and safe way to unearth what goes on deep inside. And you might be surprised what you'll find there. You know, sometimes you think you know what something looks like, but then when you sit down to draw it, you realize you actually have no idea. Trying to depict your feelings makes you really have to understand what they are. Doing this in a group setting can provide a healing sense of connectedness and offer up whole new perspectives on your own inner world. I'm not a therapist myself, but I developed an interactive stream concept based on my own experiences with art therapy called Introspective Art, which I stream every Sunday on Twitch and YouTube. You don't have to be a great artist to take part. It's all about the process of expressing yourself and sharing it with others. So come hang out sometime. Yes. Okay. Wait, that was not the short. That was not the short. That was you. Okay.
Oh.
You're back. Hello. I wonder what's going to be drawn today. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see.
If you would like to draw something, go right ahead.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not about... you don't even have to be a great artist, although I don't doubt that you are. I don't know. I don't know who you are, but welcome in.
Here's the thing I found. A lot of people think that they're not great artists, but then they, like, those that actually, like, step up and actually, like, draw something for it, you see a lot of great artistic vision in that. They just don't have the technical skills. Like, they can't, like, draw, like, complex poses and whatnot, but you don't need to do that. If you can convey whatever vision's in your head, and, like, that extreme level of detail doesn't matter, you don't need to be Kentaro Miura, right? You don't need to be drawing these, like, hyper-detailed, extremely physically accurate things. You could just draw a few squares, and as long as it, like, means something to you, then that meaning will come through to other people who are willing to, like, look into it and read it as it is.
Yeah, like, also, you know, I go to actual art therapy classes. Class is not the right word. Sessions. And, like, there's, for instance, like, this older lady who, like, every time she's like, you know, I'm not a great artist, you know, always talking herself down and stuff, and it's like, but then, like, she drew this, you know, rather childlike drawing of, like, herself and, like, her grandchild, and it was like, but, like, you know, the way she drew it, it really did bring across, like, man, you know, this moment of connectedness where, like, everything else falls away and you really can just be, like, living in the moment with this child who does not yet understand, like, how, you know, being an adult can grind you down and stuff like that, you know? So even when you draw like a child, that can still bring across so much.
Machi, you might find purpose here.
Yeah.
You might be able to bridge that gap.
Yeah. People are always worried about being good at their artistic practices, like nobody judging you for loving to dance or sing or whatever. If you're enjoying it, you're doing it right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like to emphasize technical skill instead of you know, just like being good at art. Because art is very subjective.
Yeah.
Whereas the thing that everyone worries about, like making it look good, that's a lot of that is technical skills, technique, which that, yes, it does require a lot of training, but that is, you don't need that entirely to be a good artist.
Correct. Okay. Give me just a moment here. Okay. Let's explain exactly how this is gonna go. Put away this, Oh, AJ, hi. Hello. So yeah. This part was covered by the short. Yeah. So, the next part is about sharing. We have this pinned message that goes to, with a link that goes to a Google form where you can submit your art. So, everyone is free to maybe submit it like in, you know, anonymously. Because I want that to be like the default, that everyone can know that they can submit it anonymously if they aren't comfortable with sharing it, you know, openly. That's another thing about like creating that space, you know? Like if everyone is like expected to just share it openly, then nobody who would not feel comfortable doing that is going to think that they can do it anonymously, you know? So I'd rather make that the default. And yeah, part of the reason why we do that is just to, you know, to, for one thing, get more of a sense of like connectedness to each other, to feel like, hey, you can like be understood in some fashion by others with what you do. Or maybe, you know, maybe they do like see something very different than what you intended, but even then, like, maybe you get some new perspectives out of it. Maybe you'll see something that you didn't intend, or, you know, even if it feels entirely wrong, you know, like, it's still like someone trying to understand you on like a very deep level. And like, you know, that's worth something. And best case scenario, you might like really learn something that you hadn't really considered before.
Personally, always like I always like to approach it with since if someone sees something I didn't intend, that says something about me that I might not have considered.
Yeah.
Because subtext is an emergent property of any piece of art.
Ooh, an emergent property. Oh, that is such a good word. Yeah.
Even if you try to avoid subtext, guess what? It'll appear there.
God, there's this person at my art therapy sessions who's like really I think she does like art lessons for like children or something, and like she has sometimes used these really incredibly accurate words to describe these images, and every time she uses one of those, I'm just like you know, it just touches something in my heart, like, oh my gosh, oh, please say more. I feel smarter just listening. Oh, thank you. I worked with someone who hated when I would talk about the subtext of media. He said he hated when things are about other things or something like that. But, gosh, that is a very sad existence.
That is someone who is very easily lied to.
That also do.
Or manipulated.
An impressive emotional vocab on display. Aw.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. And yeah, last part. Hi, Jan. Last part, rules. Of course, there have to be some rules in place for that feedback round where we comment on each other's art. And basically, the idea is that, yeah, like, you should just look at the art and just say, like, what does this feel like to me, and what does it evoke? What kind of thoughts does it evoke? You should avoid making it about the artist, about, like, trying to figure out what's going on with them, trying to, you know, even maybe figure out who drew it if they are staying anonymous. And, you know, just avoid commenting on the quality. Like, even if it's like really good, then it's like, you know, then other people who don't get the compliments are gonna be like, oh man, I didn't get any compliments, I suck so much, you know. It's just not about that. And also, even then, like, the best compliment you can give someone on their art is that it evoked something in you, right? So in that sense, this is training for even that, like, that little life skill to give, like, the best possible compliments. Does writing count for this? I prefer if it's visual, like, although, like, you can even just, like, you know, even just, like, using composition with words, like, you can work with that. I think the thing is just that, like, you know, the words and, like, images are, like, different modes of thinking. And, like, you know that thing that I described in that short is, like, you know, where you think you know what something looks like? That's kind of the thing that words do. It's just like, yeah, I know what I'm feeling like. I'm sad. You know, obviously, there's a word for that. But, like, when you, like, really have to put it into an image, then it's like, okay, how do I really put this into a form? Like, what does this look like? You know, it forces you to be more detailed and step away from, like, these preconceived patterns that you already have to describe things. But yeah, I mean, we have had, like...
I have to go to work in about an hour.
Oh, we have had, like, some really good poems and stuff. But yeah, also Otis needs to leave soon, so let's get started.
Funny enough, actually, I don't know if you shifted this to Saturday to try and fit with my schedule, but Sunday, my shift starts an hour later on Sunday.
Oh. Okay, advantageous of mediums are black magic to me. Oh dear. But I mean, it can still work. Like, I know there are a lot of artists who have aphantasia, but of course it does make it harder. So yeah, also there's there's gonna be a half-hour time limit imposed now, just to make sure that we don't get stuck in like trying to make everything look perfect and all. And the time limit starts now. So yeah. Let's go. Oh yeah, also, why did I put my keyboard over there? That's very silly. Yeah. Topic label, yes.
You and the silly keyboard.
Today's subject is boundaries. I don't have aphantasia, but visual art is still a world apart from me. Oh, I love that.
Love.
Love that. Okay. So let me take a sip here. "30 minutes, yes." Starting now, yes. I mean, it's not a super hard and fast limit. Like, you can keep submitting stuff for as long as I'm going through all the submissions. But, yeah. Like I said, it's not about, like, producing, like, a great piece of art. Like, you know, last time I mismanaged my time and, like, you know, produced this. Which, like, you know, part of it looks okay. Hi there, Vanium. Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Don't know if it's even aphantasia fit entirely, but visual mediums just don't stick with me. I'm content writing. The English language is beautiful, and it's my brush and my canvas. Oh, alright, alright. We can work with that. Alright. So, boundaries. What does it bring up within you? What does it evoke? What kind of scenes come to mind? What is some way in which you've struggled with this? Or maybe, you know, maybe not even a struggle. Maybe some way in which you've recently, like, really excelled at, like, really establishing your boundaries? Or what do they mean to you? Are you someone to whom it's like something very important to your identity or something like that? You know, there's many ways to approach this. Now, in what way do I approach this, though? That is the question. Okay, split the canvas. And then one half. You know, it's funny, like, orange is like, if I had to pick like a least favorite color out of the 6 main ones, you know, the primary and secondary ones, orange would probably be my least favorite. And yet I keep associating myself with it somehow. I mean, it's not like I dislike the color or anything.
Maybe your disdain
You're orange?
for
Oh, no.
orange is
I like orange. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. It is a.
Same.
I mean, I don't know. You know what? Scratch that. Let's pretend I said purple.
I'm purple.
Bridge is burned. Everything is burning. But I'm purple now. Forget I said anything. Orange is well balanced of comforting and loud. That is true, yeah. It is. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why.
That also depends on the shade of orange.
Yeah, it is very much always about shades, isn't it?
Patty, that's so cute.
And I realized it was one of my best friend's favorite colors, and now I associate it with him. Aw, yeah,
We love a good friendship in this household.
yeah. No. Can I? Wait. What I can do is this. Very good. Friends are lovely. Friends are a lovely breed. That is not the best word choice.
Well, it's better than saying species.
I was considering that one.
Don't even get me started on specimen.
Specimen. Oh man, that's what I should have said. Honestly.
You hurt me, Tayu.
I don't know. I love it. I love describing things with like the totally wrong kind of word. It's just the most.
I do also find that incredibly funny.
Yes. It's just the most convenient like kind of humor. It's just like, yeah, time is an interesting substance. Like, huh? Okay. Can't pick a least favorite color out of such as broad color categories because I prefer specific shades of some colors, just like some others of the same color. Yeah, that's true. It's true. Like, I really adore some shades of red. Even though I would have said, like, not too long ago that, like, red is my least favorite color. Shows what I know.
Keep his least favorite colors straight, chat.
We met and I didn't even realize it. It's one of my favorite stories to tell. We can word however we want and still brainsiest. A descriptive. Oh, yes, that is the opposite. Okay, hang on. I need to focus. Like, what am I actually trying to get across here? Okay. Let's try this. Hi, Gear. Thank you for the lurk.
Oh, whoa, gear.
Yeah. What the dog doing? Otis, what is the dog doing?
Oh, right now she's drawn.
Nice. Very in the moment for me. Ah, I'm glad it means something for you right now. Man, my brain is not quite here today. Having a hard time figuring out quite how to put this. Hey, wait, where is it? Oh. Was I on the eraser or something? I don't know. Man, considering how long ago I came up with the idea of the subject for today, I really could have put some thought into what I actually want to draw. I have no idea where to take this. Fat. All right. An idea is being had. Submitted, yippee! Thank you for your submission. You work fast.
I'm guessing Hellcat probably had a strong vision going into this.
That does help. Something I'm very strongly feeling about. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing what you did. Okay, hang on. I'm getting ideas. I'm getting ideas as I'm going along. It's working out. It's working out. Also, I've messed up. I'm drawing on the wrong canvas. I'm drawing on the wrong layer.
Oh no.
I girl boss too close to the sun. That is entirely unrelated to this. Oops. There we go.
Ghost boost.
Second week in a row, yeah. It keeps happening. I warned you about the stairs, dog. Okay.
Yo, dog, I heard you like stairs. So I put stairs in your fucking car.
Why would you put stairs in someone's car? Are they just really small?
I heard they liked stairs.
Stares at you. Stares at you menacingly. Oh, lovely. Yes. I guess it's the thought that counts.
Hey, I'm going to commit tax fraud in your name.
Oh. I'm sure that won't be found out. Musica, if you put stairs in a car, it really steps up the quality. Stairs I'd understand, but stairs, I mean, if it was like a big van, could have stairs up to a lodge, but even then the ladder would make more sense, or stairs to get in the back? A fire can be very dear when warmth doesn't run into a sear, but I tend to make the odd little mistake, so I choose not to get very near. Is that a limerick?
That's a good one.
Ooh. Yo, wait, hang on. That's like a freaking submission to the thing. Like you just submit that, you saucy little goober. You submit that right now. Yeah. I mean, it's a joke, but like it's real. You can't say it's not real. I'm not even sure if it counts as a joke. Like, there's a difference between something being expressed humorously and being a joke, so...
Is there?
Well, yeah. I mean, Undertale is expressed humorously.
Guess I never really thought about it.
Hmm. You know what? Let's go the full mile with this. I often used humor during the peak of my depression without making it a direct joke. Oh, yeah, it's just kind of a device.
Yeah, gallows humor is a thing.
Hmm. Oh, sorry about the ad break. I meant to warn y'all about that, but then, you know, the first time I noticed it, it was like still 2.5 minutes away. I was like, oh, that's too early, and then I didn't look at it anymore. My humor may be self-deprecating, but at least it's humor. At least it is. Sometimes you have to smile through the hard times because sometimes that's literally all you have the power to do. Aw, dear. I give you a big hug. My dear Otis. No, not Otis. Lapate, sorry. My brain. Me one brain.
My face one brain.
Same.
Let's see, how much time do I have left? 7 minutes? Yeah, I got this.
7 minutes, no problem. No problem.
To be fair, I also did give myself a head start.
Okay, it's time to start fudging things again. Oh no. There you go. So, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Also, hello there. Welcome in. Wapate. You wouldn't call a hammer bad, just try not to smash your fingers with it? I don't know what I drew, it just came pouring out of me. Ooh. Hang on. I need to keep working on this, because, man, every time, I need to... I don't know. I need to change something. Welcome back. Eep. That's a video game.
That is very true, Ink.
Oh. Self-deprecation ruins your own self-esteem without you realizing it? Yeah.
It's a very careful balancing act. Part of which being that you need to already be in a stable position to even start it.
Mm. Hang on. Oh dear. I should have put this on a different layer. But I didn't remember to do it in time. What even is this? Oh, come on. Don't do that thing. Silly brush. Ah, jeez. There's only a couple minutes left, technically. I'm gonna need to work on this after stream, I think, to make it a little bit more presentable.
Or you could just present the raw emotion as is.
You know?
No, I don't, Tater.
Well, good. I mean, I would have been very impressed if you had actually known that.
Would you see, secretly I did understand it. I just didn't want Tater to feel bad.
I don't friggin' know. The time limit is it's basically almost over.
Oh no.
Oh yo.
Oh no.
Oh, time limit is when Teiyu is done. Well, Teiyu does also try to follow the time limit. But, yeah, I don't know.
Yar har?
Yahar. Yarhar and a bottle of
Fiddly
rum.
dee?
Unfortunately, we do have a
Being
little...
a pirate is alright with me?
Well, I mean,
Sorry.
some might argue that it is ethically correct to pirate things.
I'm just talking about yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. I don't know what you're have you never been to Lazy Town, Tayu?
Well, not the place in the show, no. I've been to my own lazy town.
Was Sporticus there?
No,
Cringe.
I know.
You should invent your own Sporticus.
I should.
Also, it's really funny seeing people going back and being like, well, Sporticus, if you go back and watch the episode, Sporticus was that guy, like, physically. People that have actually, like, there's a challenge online of people trying to actually, like, do the workouts that he does. And it's honestly kind of ridiculous.
Oh, damn. Okay. Let's consider this done.
Wait, I still have one more thing that I forgot to do.
What? Well, I mean, you don't need to be ready right now. Well,
that's true, but I would like to get mine done.
Photoshop crashed. Oh no! I'm so sorry, sweet Mochi.
Oh
no! Okay, hang on. Let me catch up on chat because, like, holy crap. By the way, Inc. 413X1NKP. How do I pronounce your name, by the way? Hello. Humor is a Julius. I started feeling more confident when I replaced self-deprecating humor with self-aggrandizing jokes, but I don't know if that works for everyone. Ah, right, Alex. Hi, hello. Right, I remember.
I do quite enjoy. I do that myself, actually.
Yeah, man. I used to do that a lot more often. I need to get back into that habit.
Oh my god. Fuck you. You gotta make me sign in, seriously?
Being negative even as a joke is better overall and makes you genuinely hateful? Oh, yeah, it can really do that. It can really go down that route. Need to clean dishes? No worries. Couldn't have said it by myself, mostly because I don't know what he said. Can't be proven wrong if you only say something that doesn't make sense in the first place. Give me a big enough 3D printer for a car. Man, that would be something. I literally saw a post that said you could improve your confidence by making Bender your spirit animal. I tried it and now I'm the greatest. Hey, good job. Okay. Oh, he was an actual famous bodybuilder. Oh, that makes sense. Oh man, Machi, I hope you didn't, like, lose all that work entirely. That does not sound good. Okay.
Great, now I gotta get it. I gotta have it on speed dial.
And speed dial?
I just had it in my search history, so it was really easy to find it real quick.
5 minutes, oh. Well, I guess it could have been worse. Do you accept late submissions? Yeah. We're gonna be going through these for a while still.
Oh yeah, it's very common. Sent.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even need the text because I can just explain it in here.
Yeah. Okay.
So just a heads up, I will be a bit late seeing these because I'm on stream delay and not Twitch Discord delay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be commenting on them first and then giving you a moment. Okay, first submission. Seeing visual artists do so much work in barely any time is always so fascinating to me. In 30 minutes, I'd only have like 11 seconds of a song kind of sketch. Yeah, that is. Sketching a song would be a lot harder. I guess if you have like, if you had like an instrument, you could kind of do it. Like if you could just kind of jam. I guess jamming is like the music equivalent of sketching, right? So yeah. Now. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? You're not going to come into my box like everyone else?
It's your box, Hellcat. I only go in if you want me to.
Oh, you didn't cross any of my lines like them. Oh. Oh, man. Huh. Interesting. Oh. There's an... Okay. So. Gotta make me emotional. Oh. So, first of all, obviously, yeah. Let me just describe what I'm seeing here. So there's this sad character. Who's been hurt a lot. And, a character, very friendly, respecting their boundaries. The question I have is like, in how far is this box visible? Like, there's also like these lines. It's interesting. So like,
The fact that it's a dotted line implies that it's not physically there, but then there's also the shading on the in that box itself, which means the box is pretty visible, but like the lines, it feels like the lines might have not been like perfectly clear when the box was first made. And that, like, just sort of thinking from a therapy perspective, that might just be because so many people have trampled all over where the boundaries should have been, that it might have taken them a while to make those boundaries, and they're still in that stage where they're unsure if that's where the boundaries should be.
Though, interesting to note, like, they are, like, turned away and clearly, like, crying in a state of distress and stuff. So, like, even if, like, this box wasn't fully visible, it should be clear that, like, when you respect someone, there is, like, even if they haven't quite clearly communicated the boundary yet, there are instances where you should be mindful that, like, they are in a state where you need to be careful, right? Where you need to be careful not to get too close while they aren't. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I feel like my brain is not quite there right now, but.
No, you're good. Yeah, just like basically, if you can't tell where the boundaries are, allow them to tell you. And when they tell you the boundaries, respect them. So that's that's sort of playing into that this is a position where clearly, like, Hellcat. Okay, the character's name is Hellcat. All right. Where, listen, sometimes I clock a character's name and I don't know how I know their name. Yeah, this is a case where the character Hellcat is clearly expressing their boundaries, but it's clear that the people have still trampled over them, even when they are being very explicit about it. So it's like going to World War I, popping your head up over the trenches, and being surprised when you're not shot at.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very, very clear communication, actually, of, like, this whole concept, like, because, like, we all actually have this kind of, like, I think the word, in German, the word privacy is Privatsphäre. It's a private sphere, and we all, I think that's where the term comes from, is that, like, we all have, like, this kind of field around us within which we feel comfortable with other people being there. And this is actually something that can be very clearly seen with, like, crows, for example. Like, I've seen crows, like, want to get food that is, like, very close to me, and then, like, they come up running close to me, and then, like, there's just a point where I stop. Like, there's a force field. There's nope, I don't want to get any closer like this. And like, that's just a very natural thing to have. And like, yeah, obviously it feels like a violation of like boundaries of your ability to feel safe when people just are suddenly in there, like in your space. And yeah, I get that. I get why this character would be like turned away from the other person, because like they want to shield themselves, they want to protect themselves because they have been made to feel unsafe.
Honestly, quick thought that I just had based off that anecdote is that for predators, it would be very natural to sort of invade that space because that's how they get their food. Just a bit of an allegory floating it out there.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm glad. All in all, I'm glad that this character has found someone who respects them. And then, then they are so much more likely to actually be allowed in that space and actually feel close rather than forcing their way in and just getting like the necessary closeness of just like being physically there, but like them being emotionally closed off, That's not how you really get close to anyone.
It's genuinely so nice to come across someone who actually like respects you and your boundaries. It changes so much the first time you meet someone like that.
Yeah. Alright. What did I have to say about this? I have had boundaries crossed my entire life. People as a whole I find generally don't respect me IRL. But online it's almost like I have a physical space that I can control. I let whoever I want in at any particular pace. I found people who haven't just respected my boundaries but noticed where I'd drawn the line in previous situations and didn't need to be told to keep from my space. They just understood. Some are people I've met recently, some I met a few years ago. It has relieved so much of the burn I feel when enforcing them. Yeah, like really cool people, like the really cool people actually like actually like thank you for establishing your boundaries because then it's like they have a better idea of like how to act, so they feel more free. I had an issue. What was that? Do tell. I had an issue. Oh, you didn't have an issue with what was said, but like, yeah, well, oh god, what was that? Basically, yeah, it's a very clear, Loki locked myself out of the caravan. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. How are we on time? You need to go relatively soon, don't you, Otis?
I think, depending on the pace we go, for safety's sake, could we do mine next? But I should be good for mine and like one other after this, maybe?
Okay. I wish everyone had their boundaries set out very clearly. I don't want to step over any by accident. Yeah, it's like also another thing that came to mind when I was talking about like how to respect the boundaries of people, of other people without knowing them ahead of time. It's like I've heard about like a kind of rule when you first try to kiss someone, like that's a huge boundary for a lot of people. Like, when do you kiss them? And like, you can't force yourself in there because that's almost definitely a violation. But like, you can just like slowly approach and then see how they react, and then slowly approach even more, and then you just have to keep paying attention. Just like make this little gesture, like, I'm approaching. Is that okay? Is that okay? Can I approach further? And then maybe you'll find like a little tiny reaction. Like maybe they'll lean back, or maybe they'll even lean forward. That's just one of those things. Or obviously just freaking ask. That's also always an option. We should all be grateful when people express boundaries. It's not someone pushing you away. It's someone wanting to keep you in their life and talking about how, yes!
Yeah, Batty.
So good.
I wanted to say something about that. Because that's basically, you were basically giving them safety, those are your safety labels that you're giving them, you know? It's like the thing of, like, don't stick your hand in the blender while it's running. That's that sort of thing. And I recognize that to a lot of people, don't stick your hand in the blender while it's running is common sense. But there's still some people that need that, and you still need to, and like, if you had never seen a blender before, then that you may or may not intuit it. The point I'm making is that it's important to have those safety instructions.
Yeah. I teach this.
You are very correct. That is so.
When, not if. It's inevitable you'll make a mistake sometimes, so you have to know how to back up and how to fix it. Yeah. That was, there's a word for that. About some mending, I don't know.
Oh, and Betty, there's a scene, I think, in Bride of Frankenstein, where a hermit basically teaches Frankenstein's monster that brain please, where a hermit teaches Frankenstein's monster that fire can be good. Like, I think he uses it to smoke, which, yeah, different time obviously, but you know, that's sort of an example of Frankenstein's monster basically crossed the boundaries of fire, for lack of a better term. And then the hermit said, oh, here's actually the boundaries of it. And he's like, oh, hey, this isn't so bad. Does that make sense?
Huh. Yeah. Sorry, I'm so distracted. Been trying to catch up with chat.
Oh my god, Batty. If you like classic horror movies, I highly recommend Bride of Frankenstein. It's a phenomenal movie.
Nice. It sounds like it would be schlock, but apparently not, like the title.
Understand, most horror fans say that it's better than the original.
Yeah, I've heard that. Didn't manage to hear most of what was said. Could someone type it or something? I'm sorry.
Do you want me to type up the summary to you?
Sure. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go look at your submission and comment on that. Oh wait, you actually submitted it here.
Also, yeah, Young Frankenstein's a hilarious movie.
Hang on. Alright, there's the music. Oh boy. Last time I did one of these with the music, it got like super blocked. So
yeah. Give me a second. I'm just finishing writing up this summary.
No worries, Machi. I'll be glad to have you, even if it's a little late. Late commenting on this, but the lava tears could be read as turning your suffering into a weapon of self-defense.
Oh my god. Shit, Connor, that's a good...
That's a good call.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I can't... Oh god, there was so much discussion on that last part. I am so sorry. I can't... When the conversation is too dense and I struggle to actually summarize it, my apologies, Hellcat. I don't think I could summarize it.
Yeah, sorry. We might just have to. I don't know. We'll get through this first. Because Eldis is on a deadline. Getting Battleline vibe from Celeste vibes with a pink girl. Yeah, like
that is That is Sam, who is very much inspired by
hang on.
Battleon.
Be first.
Sorry.
Um.
My
da.
apologies.
No worries. Yeah. So this feels like, you know, that sphere that I talked about before, like this kind of bubble within you, which you feel safe, and then outside of that are like these malicious actors, like these shady claws coming from outside, and wait. So there's like these little wires or something, or like maybe even like what is it called, like those pointy wire things that like some fences are made out of.
Barbed wire.
Barbed wire, yes. Like attached to them, like they used to be chained up, like they used to be like puppeted by outside forces or so. And then like this character seems to have like created like these two separate personas, like one of them like more aggressive, like they have like these claws, while the other one just has the soft round hands. And yeah, like more of these, the ears feel a little bit more horn-like on the purple one. Yeah, and the purple one is also more aggressive about like defending this boundary. But yeah, like behind them are like faces of people they treasure. Maybe people... Oh, wait. Maybe it's not just them. Maybe it's not just them they are protecting, but rather they've allowed people they love into their space, and now they're also protecting them. Because they have suffered. Because they have suffered from like these attacks from outside, from people trying to control them and bind them. And now they, with the more loving side and the more aggressive side, want to protect their friends who give them love and happiness from a similar fate. That's the sense I'm getting. I notice people are trying the physical barrier. It reminds me of that physical space. Yeah. Someone who comes out to protect yourself. Yeah. Everything I wanted to say has been said. So, Otis.
Okay, the song is Mirror by Kendrick Lamar. And I know I've talked about this previously with you, Teo. I think the most important lyrics from that song are, do you mind if I just sing it real quick?
Sure.
Sorry I didn't save the world, my friend. I was too busy building mine again.
Yeah, that's a really crazy good lyric. Thank you for the hydrate strap. Hello. Yeah, that lyric is really powerful because, like, you know, it's a more expressive way of saying, like, you can't pour from an empty cup. Like, we all need to make sure we ourselves are safe first. But yeah, like the whole thing about like building a world, and like I do see that here because like you've created this space for yourself where like you have these people that you treasure within your world, you know? Yeah. So yeah,
Does anyone...
What went into this? What was the process?
Well, I've let a lot of really bad influences into my life. A lot of really horrible people that, because I didn't really have like a solid sense of boundaries. And now that I have a solid sense of who I am and what I do and don't want to be, now I have to set up those boundaries ahead of. I have to set those up. Set up those boundaries now, which does involve violently removing a lot of bad influences. And the process, and like trying to remove all those bad influences, is kind of horrific, especially for like the people that stay. And the people that have been there so long that they have no idea if they're one of the bad influences or not. They don't know if they're holding on to one of those hooks.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, the purple one is sort of like my battle-in. Blue Fox, there is a section to give send a link in the form.
Yeah. Hello, Rev. All right.
And functionally, one last thing is that like Battlin, well, sorry, Sam, the purple one, is me. That's sort of why we're joined at the hip like that. Because
So,
all those hooks that, like all those hooks that Sam was putting in to try to keep me safe, are also now pulling out of her body as well.
yeah, same person. Just two sides of them, right? All right. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that submission. I've been pretty existential past few years. I ended up leaving all my friends behind since most of them were leaving a bad influence over me, letting more hatred into myself. It's hard letting go, but I've been feeling so much better lately. Yeah, that's a hard step, but a very necessary one. I've been there. My one best friend for many years was like someone who I don't know how I was friends with him. I just needed someone, I guess, and like, you know, he had the interest, and, you know, I won't say that like everything he did for me and with me was wrong, like he did try to coax me out of my shell, but yeah, ultimately it was kind of suffocating in a lot of ways. And yeah, I'm glad I finally eventually got the courage to ask him to leave.
Yeah, it's honestly, it gets especially brutal when you're trying to find yourself and you go through like a new phase every few years, really trying to find what sits best with you, because you get sort of this revolving door of friends. So it does mean a lot when like there's those few people that stick around all the way through.
Yeah. Those are the keepers.
Yeah.
Alright, shall we move on to the next one?
Us.
Okay. I think yes. Shabba-dabba. Oh.
I think. Oh, who's? Oh.
Oh, got some recurring characters here.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh fuck. Oh.
Oh dear. Oh.
Oh god, it's like bleeding out that string to try and keep that connection going.
Bleeding out that string, that is amazingly well put, yeah.
And yet, the effort that's being bled out from that string is being used to reinforce that distance.
Right.
But is the wall like a...
Huh.
There's like two different ways to think about that. Sorry, if you want to put in some thoughts.
No, please go ahead. My brain
Okay.
is lagging.
Because I'm trying to think if the wall is the wall like created distance, or if it's that the bleeding out that rope and it filling up the wall is that all the effort made to keep that connection makes that distance hurt more. I guess the real thing is the wall intentionally there, or is it just sort of incidentally there? And that's what I'm trying to see here.
Yeah. I see a struggle here with like conflicting emotions. Like feeling kind of left behind. Feeling like maybe you're not being seen for how much you need that connection. Because like
Sort of oh, sorry.
it kind of feels like, you're standing there naked with like these scars all over yourself and like, see me, but they're just looking somewhere else. And like then there's this feeling of like kind of a jealousy, I guess, of like we should be so close, but why are you turned away from me? And then and this feels very familiar. In like that sense that like sometimes this like kind of insecurity can like I mean that's how I interpret it. That's how I like what I project into this. It's like something about like insecurities that you have, like making you like more jealous of like when you aren't getting the attention that you need in order to feel cared for, in order to feel like you mean something. It can make it like can push you into some really bad thought patterns that drive a wall between you and the person who wants to care for you, but like maybe can't be there for you as much as you would like. Maybe I don't know, brain stop working. Do you see what I mean?
I think I do, yeah. See, okay, look, reading even further into this, like the blue sort of lines evoke a whirlpool in my mind. So that red, so like the sort of the string is a lifeline. Because like think about it, the orange-haired person is standing what seems to be on stable ground. Oh wait, the pink dots. I just noticed those. Those might be like hearts sort of things.
I think so.
Now, the more I read into this, the better it is to make a charitable. Oh, thank you, Rev. So, trying to think of what that whirlpool sort of would suggest.
I mean, the most obvious thing is that it like kind of is like a separation between the girl and like not just the boy but also like everyone else out there, like they're feeling kind of isolated.
Yeah, the
maybe isolated by others actively.
But it feels like the orange-haired person's got their attention towards the crowd. Like, my thought is that, like, just based on what I'm seeing here, like, what I'm sort of reading from this, and also with Connie's, sort of insights, I think it might be better to to cut the cord and try and see where the whirlpool takes you. Assuming that this is just one person that it's representing. I recognize that you put a lot of effort in. That's why that wall is so full. That there was so much effort put in, but if they don't want you, if they're not going to put in the effort to see you, to make you feel welcome, you gotta find people that do.
Yeah. Yeah, I really can't add anything more to that. I did when I first glanced at it. Like I got a split second like association with like there are some people who misunderstand what a boundary is and say like, oh, my boundary is that like my boyfriend needs to be with me all the time, which is like, that's not how it works. Obviously, your boundaries can only affect yourself, and like I don't know, it's hard to define. It's I'm having trouble doing that right now, but like you can't enforce something about the way someone else acts outside of like how they act specifically regarding you. You can't say like someone else needs to spend more time with you. You can only try to, establish boundaries for how they should interact with you. But yeah, I don't want to accuse anyone that like that's what they're doing or anything. That's just a little association I got with this regarding the subject. Let me catch up with chat real quick. To me, it feels like someone is purposely using the boundaries as a means of attachment, like, oh, well, you don't let me do this to hold over them, which would make the gap larger. Aww. What Connie said about pushing people away by, like, trying to keep them close. Aww. How many left? Like 3-ish or so. Yeah. It looks to me like one person is putting in a lot of energy in order for the other person to be happy. Okay, let's see what they said about this. Oh, I felt a lot of things when doing this. Oh, I can tell. There's a lot going on here. Well, I give you big hugs. I give you many big hugs.
Many big hugs.
Okay, next one. Right. Next one was yours, and then this one is next. Ooh. Hello.
I hug the super.
No, big hug.
I should probably be heading out, though.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. And also, Matthias Golden, hello. Right.
Hello, Matthias.
How did you get those scars? Well, that's not a person you should ask the artist, but it is an interesting question to ask, like, just of the character being portrayed.
Taeyu, I don't care if this is a waste of points, but I need to know, 1.
Have a good day, everyone.
2. I uploaded a link to Webtoon. Is that fine? The photo I uploaded was supposed to be an animation of the lime jumping on the lemon, but it didn't work. So I uploaded the photo and the Webtoon. If you look at the Webtoon, the second episode loosely follows the theme.
Hang on. I'll get back to that for a moment. Oh, wait. Oh, Otis already left. Otis already left. I didn't realize. Bye, Otis. Bye, Otis. Thank you for being here. Take care. The scars on my forehead, right? That's a whole thing. What is? I need to figure out a short way to answer this. I like to say that it's my third eye coming in. Basically, it's a meaningful scar that I got when I learned that I was just walking in circles through the dark. And I needed help to get out. Yes. Got something similar after I got hit by a swing as a kid. Aw. Oh dear. Yeah, it was probably an apple, yeah. Okay. How many submissions are left? There's like 2 or so. There's like 2. Yes, there's like 2. And yes, that link will make the link work. Yeah. If you look at the webtoon, the second episode loosely follows the theme. It's just a webtoon? What? I don't know if I can do, if we can just links to someone else's art. That doesn't quite work. Also, there was a comment on the previous one. It looks like someone keeping away from someone hurt by the crowd when in front of them in order to fit in. Yeah. Which would really suck. Snow Hive, hi. It's your webcomic, not anyone else's. Mine. Oh, okay, that's fair then. Okay, so let's finally look at this. Oh wow. That is introspective art, yes. Okay. So someone, sorry, I need to really look closely because like my screen settings make it look really dark. I got a lot of lamps on, so something so dark is hard to see. So, okay. But yeah, I get it now. So, okay. That is a snoot, I think. I think that is in fact a snoot. Okay. It's coming together. Okay, so someone, man, this has a very lonely feeling. Like sitting alone, slouched over in the rain. The way these raindrops are drawn so so individually, so spaced out with so much detail. No worries, no worries. It's not too dark, it's just like, you know, my settings, my setup and stuff makes me have to lean forward and like really get in there to make it all out. But it does capture the vibe. Like the raindrops almost feel like they are like attacking or something. Like they are individual like attacks happening on you. Also the little lines in the water, like sitting in a puddle. There seem to be these little lines. Oh wait, maybe it's not water, maybe it's just the shine of the flame. Yeah. And then yeah, they're holding this flame in their hands, protecting it from the rain, which yeah does reinforce the idea that the rain is like kind of attacks coming from outside. Yeah, it gives me this very lonely feeling, very turned inward, and defensive. Like this person has been hurt before. This person in the image, and you know, it's just really in this very defensive posture, very like shielding this flame, this last bit of light and warmth in their life. Like it's almost all they have left, because like everything else feels like so cold and uncaring, empty. But there's that spark left, and they do everything they can to shield it. Yeah. But man, that is a powerful flame though. It does make me wonder, like, if you can, like, If someone can approach them and, maybe help them even protect this flame, it would provide so much warmth, And the thing about flames is, they don't lose any of their own warmth by sharing it. In fact, it grows even stronger. So, yeah, that's just a little thought. So yeah, this is very, very evocative of like this need to like, this need that you might feel to protect yourself and what you love, what keeps you alive, when it feels like you're alone and the outside world is just so cold and caring and like almost like it wants to extinguish the light within you. Okay, let's see what everyone said. The protection of a small flame to me feels like this character is clinging onto the life of that flame. The boundary and the rain trying to put it out is others who try and tarnish those boundaries, or try and push someone's will to favor them. Hey, Snowhive. I would also suggest looking at the other episode. I just noticed a ripple-like motions on the ground, which makes me feel like the character might be dealing with a sense of hopelessness. And I'm not sure if it's to do with the style, but the fire having special textured strokes feels intentional, like it's a very raw feeling or emotion. Yeah. The droplets look like upside-down hearts, which makes me feel like they're negative emotions. Oh, interesting. Intentionality is key when painting. The direction of strokes here follows form. Yeah. Protecting the little kindling of whatever passion they have from this outside pressure. Aww. Oh, upside down hearts, really? Interesting. That makes sense, yeah. You didn't read it wrong, that's totally fine. You read what you read. The spark is my desire to create. It's not a gimmick, I love art, it's keeping me going. Aw. I see. Oh yeah, as an artist, yeah. As an artist, it's really true. You do have like very specific, like, necessities, for like the boundaries, as an artist, for like boundaries. Yes, because like, dealing with criticism and stuff like that, it's something that a lot of artists struggle with, because like that's something I didn't consider regarding boundaries, is that like you need to have a boundary between yourself and the stuff that you create. And thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Alex. And yeah. Critique is something I love, to be honest. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, this can be read in so many ways. It doesn't only have to be about art, but like, yeah, it adds a whole new perspective when it's about art. Hang on. No, there isn't on the bracket. Okay. The fire being in this character's hands without hurting them implies it's a fire they created. Oh, yeah. With it being about art, it makes sense. It's a fire they cultivated to motivate themselves to continue existing. Oh. True. Alright, there is an ad break incoming. Sorry about that. Can't really do much to stop that because there's too much time left for me to keep snoozing those. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what they had to say about this one. Biggest need as an artist on the Maslow pyramid is the need for your family to not see the artwork, so that they cannot ask, "Is this you?" when it's clearly not me in the drawing. It feels like you're speaking from experience, huh? Oh, take care. Sorry about this. I feel as though critique really dampens my motivation to create. Oh man. Heck. Hang on. Yeah, it really depends on what you want to achieve with your art. Like if you're just doing it for your enjoyment and expression, then critique to do better is really counterproductive. You don't wanna, because then you end up wanting to overthink it, make it about quality, and then it's like about extrinsic motivation rather than like just the intrinsic motivation of the joy of creation. So yeah. I'd show my family my music once because they were curious. None of them understood what I was going for. Ads, no. I'm so sorry. Hang on, let me double check if I've missed any messages. I don't think I did. Okay, I want to be open about this. I'm an overthinker. What about it? Go ahead. God, there's a fly buzzing around me and it's really distracting. It's okay if we all combine our powers, we can win evil ads. Oh dear. I show my art to friends and family, even outside of the fandom. It's a part of me, and I want to share that with them. They've been a loving force, and they deserve to know me as me. Aw. That's very sweet. I want to be open about this. I'm an overthinker. Oh, that was it. Okay. I thought you wanted to share something that you were overthinking about. I believe you. Thank you for sharing. I didn't think it was such a thing that you need to be open about. It's so natural, I feel like it's almost more common to be an overthinker. Good art is about feeling, either offloading what is overwhelming you or sharing joy with others. Well, and I mean, God, you're not wrong. But I mean, God, this is me being all pedantic and stuff, like overly correct about everything. Not correct, but like, wanted to be as precise as possible. I wouldn't say that like that defines good art, because there's also good art that doesn't do that. But like, yeah, that is one way in which art can be very good and important. All art is awesome as long as it's made by a person that's incredible. Okay, sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's another one of those things that you need to have a clear boundary for, like when it comes to being an artist, is that you need to know like what do you want to do with your art, because like I've been in a place where I just started out drawing, and it was just something that like gave me a little bit of validation. It was just like, hey, this is fun, and also people say that I'm like good at it and stuff, like that's nice. And then someone started coming in like, yo, you need to do this and this and this, and I was just not ready for it emotionally at that point. I wasn't at the point yet where I like really wanted to be like a professional or anything. So like there was no reason to throw all that critique at me to make me better, because I was at the point where I just wanted to do the thing, just for its own sake, and well, also for a little bit of validation, of course, because I was a little guy who needed all the validation you could get. good for the artist and good for the eye are entirely different qualities for sure. I'm glad you have a supportive environment where you can share art. Honestly, I didn't, but I made it for myself, though it hurt. It was better than being shut out forever. Yeah, that's really good. I just want to draw, nothing more, nothing less. Yeah. That's wonderful. Yesterday at school, huh? Telling a beginner artist that they need to put in an overwhelming amount of effort and possibly money instead of telling them to have fun is how you kill motivation. Unless someone is trying repeatedly to pick up art, it's okay to push someone to draw more, I think, but only in a supportive way. Yeah. It's not even just about motivation, but like, you know, depending on where they are at, like it could destroy a whole lot more even. Making the best possible art isn't best intrinsically. You can make so much interesting art from experimenting, breaking conventions, subverting expectations. Yeah, I mean there is something to be said for like learning the basics, so that you can then master those and then play with those. But you know, it doesn't have to be that, you know. Okay, so let's see, what was the commentary on this one? I've been overcome with romantic advances after a recent breakup from friends, and it's burdening me trying to walk on eggshells around my friends. What I'm trying my hardest to cultivate this spark I've found in my life, my passion for art and creating, but it's bringing me down knowing I can't be there for them the way I want to. Oh, the characters focus on the flame, however small. I'm trying to protect it with my body from the rain of stinging heart's rain. Oh. Overcome with romantic advances after a recent breakup from friends. Oh. Okay. Huh. It's so cool how, like, you know, there was such a very, very specific intention behind like the raindrops and stuff. But like, you can still find so much else in here, like on a more broader scale, in a more broad sense. Yeah, thank you for sharing this. I'm glad you have that passion. My manager at a previous workplace once told me perfection is an enemy of a job well done. Yeah, that too. Learning basics is the way to go, I agree. It's kind of like learning the rules so you know how to break them purposefully. Yes, exactly. The raindrops look like upside down hearts, which could be interpreted as the opposite of love. Yeah. If you focus on perfection, you'll never get anything done. Any normal job has a stopping point. Art can be defined however you want it to. That's true, yeah. Refined, yeah. Honestly amazed that people picked up on my intentions. Thank you for giving me the time of day, of course. Thank you for giving us your time. It's been really nice having you. Okay. So here is the next one. Coming up. Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit difficult. Okay. I really like the bot with positive messages. Yeah. I'm glad. Okay. So this was supposed to be an animation. An animation. Trying to figure out what the animation would have been. There's a lemon and a lime. And I'm not sure. Huh. Hang on. So there's a webcomic being linked here. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think you can play animations on OBS. Oh, I mean, apparently it already broke before that. So, there's that. Hi, Crystal. Okay, so could you like describe what the animation was supposed to be? Because like the image is easy enough to see, but like, was the lime bouncing on the lemon, or does the lemon turn into the lime or something? A lime jumping on a lemon. Okay. And which of these webtoons was supposed to be the fitting one? Because I'm not entirely sure I see the one. I'm not entirely sure I see the one that's relevant. Those stick fight videos? Yeah, something like that. Hang on, let me turn on my... Oh, episode 2, okay. This one, let me grab the thing. Oh, I forgot to turn the slideshow back on. Silly me. Wait. Ah, heck. Heck. Heckity heck. Heckity heck. I don't have a good capture here for it. Oh no. Hang on. Hang on, y'all. I need to get a new source here. Or can I just download this image? No, I cannot. Okay. Hi. I need a window capture. And I need it to capture this thing. Oopsie daisy. Hello. I sure hope that doesn't show anything confidential. Okay. Don't be sour, says the apple. And then the lemon is like, no. Which, okay, now that you mention it, I guess I do see it. Really like the stream. It has a very nice vibe. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. Never thought I would be into the art analysis like that, but I quite enjoy it. Yay! I'm glad you do. Lime impressed. Ooh. Huh. So, okay, so with this one, for this one, I do get it. If you want, you can read the other episodes. I think this one, I can see the point. So like the apple tries to tell the lemon to be... This one's actually kind of pretty clever. Because like, don't be sour can also be read as like, you know, stop being so depressed, stop being so, you know, in such a bad mood and stuff, just cheer up or something. And it's like, nah, this is who I am. This is like literally who I am. This defines who I am, my sourness. I'm not going to stop. It's like, yeah. You know, you need to know what you're about. You need to know what you're about. And then, you know, you can tell other people, they're like, yeah, no, I'm not going to change that. Like, you can't make me. What if the lemon doesn't want to be sour? What does it do then? Oh, well, I don't know. Get juiced. Let's see what everyone else had to say. To me, that could be relevant to feeling constant having pressure to bend to other people's will. Them both being deemed sour fruits could mean that the idea of boundary seems acidic to the relationship between them. God damn, you're so good at this. I wonder if music is fine for the art chair. Well, I mean, if you made the music, then yeah, of course. It's just, you know, if you can make it quickly enough. That is probably the issue. Also, Demon Werewolf,
Hey,
hello.
I would like to ask if you can read episode 3 because I want your opinion upon it.
Hang on. No. Sorry. That's just not. That's getting too far here. For funsies. Yeah, but like I don't want to. Sorry. So yeah, I guess the lemon is being bullied for I guess not being like the other citrus. And yeah, but the lemon remains steadfast. The lemon remains sour. Matthias Golden, thank you for the follow. I'm glad you enjoy it here. I have bought the nums, very good. Hang on. Chat, don't be from the second circle, demon. Demon, no. Fair, yeah. Be right back, getting juiced real quick. I mean, you're free to do that, but like, you don't have to involve us, like, please. That's private. I should just upload episodes to my webtoon and you get it from there. Sure. I mean, I have quickly skimmed through the other ones, and they are kind of fun, I will say. The size limit. The size of the limit, it feels like that the lime could have a large presence in the life of the lemon. True, yeah. Speaking of music, if you're gonna do another music reaction stream, I have found an amazing soundtrack I would love you to listen to, but it's around 18 minutes long. If there's gonna be multiple song requests, could I just submit this one instead of a couple of different ones? Sure. Please don't announce when you're getting juiced. Yes. Yippee, yeah. Everyone hang out with Crystal. Crystal is a cutie. Okay. Alright. Let's see, what did you have to say about this one? I made a whole animation of the lime jumping on the lemon, but I couldn't figure out how to upload it. So I decided to take a screenshot of here, post it here, and put a link to my webcomic so you can read it and get it interested. And if you get interested, read every time a new episode comes out. This is not for self promo though. Also aboa. Okay, well, thank you for that submission. And skadoosh. I wonder if we've seen that left character before. This is this is really cute. The episodes that aren't related to introspective art could be. I looked through my art, but I ain't got anything with deeper meaning, just silly doodles and cute stuff. That's fine, that's fine. I'm sorry, I just... She is so cute. I just want to hug her. But like, obviously I would need to hug her very carefully, I guess. But yeah, man, this paints such a visceral reaction to exactly like that space that we've been talking about. Where like, it feels as if someone like gets in there when they're not supposed to. It's like, God. You like immediately notice it's like something that like it feels like, yeah, this really feels like they perceive that little poke into the bubble as if they are being touched themselves, like it's a real violation of themselves, even though it's not even like touching the body itself. Okay, take care. Take care, Blue Fox. Yeah. Like, alarm bells. That explosion of color. Like that, yeah. And that other person seems like kind of an asshole. Like they're doing it on purpose because they can see the bubble. And they're just poking it like, you know, like someone knocking on an aquarium where it says like, don't disturb the fish and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, there's like such a shocked reaction. Like such a twisted, like, yeah. 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 Yeah, it's just very clear, honestly. I don't know what else to say. It just really strongly paints this, how it feels. How strong it feels to have, like, this boundary intruded upon. Maybe you should do something like that in the future. I'll have something to share. Of course. Yeah, we do this every week, usually on Sunday. This time it was on Saturday because, like, yeah, because I'm gonna be at a cuddle party tomorrow. You have permission to hug me very squishily unless I ask you not to. Okay. You feel disturbance in the air. Yeah. Maybe this person's favorite pastime is touching an invisible wall? Well, then they should stop. Did someone say bells? I don't know, did they? I lost track. It's a very clear representation of a boundary as well as the violation of it, but the reaction of the character seems to me that despite this being a big, bold sign, that it's a very scary thing to this character and potentially rage-inducing given the bright red. Yeah. Like, definitely very stressful. Do you have a streaming schedule? Well, my streaming schedule always changes. I always upload it on Blue Sky or Twitter, and if you join the Discord, you even get it with timestamps and, like, you know, a little notification if you subscribe to that tag. You can see the physical representation of the first personal space again. I feel though the antagonist doesn't have bad intentions though. But it has a bad reaction, an overreaction, but a very real and physical one. I mean, overreaction is like not a word I would use because, like, you know, obviously most people wouldn't react that way, but, like, you know, it's all a matter of, like, perspectives about, like, you know, personal needs, stuff like that. It's kind of like how, like some people can't even wear certain clothes because, like, something about them just literally rubs them the wrong way. So, you know, some people just have very particular needs for, like, how they, for, like, what feels like too much to them, what is overwhelming. A mime. I feel really bad for laughing even though the topic is really serious. No worries. Nah, I mean, it wasn't a joke about the picture itself, so I think it's fine. But yeah. Yeah, okay. I think I caught him on chat. Yeah, okay, let's see. What was the commentary? Oops, I also draw a barrier with someone getting too close into it, lol. Yep. I'm very protective of my boundaries, and if someone I don't already trust even slightly oversteps them, I get highly vigilant. I don't accept any pushing of my boundaries, and if someone seems to do so on purpose, I tend to highly distrust and dislike them. The guy in the drawing is only slightly poking in the barrier, not even piercing it, but his potential intention scares me nonetheless. And if he keeps going after I tell him to stop, I feel I must run away before he does something worse. Yeah. Yeah, right. Like that's what the hands are doing. Like the hands are already in the position, like in the other direction. Like, time to start moving away. Red and orange with a textured pattern for panic and adrenaline. Well, there's a defined line for what things I am or am not okay with. The edge of the red area is blurred because some things are less violated than others. And I'm more likely to forgive someone for a minor violation if they make it clear that it was an honest mistake. Ah, right. Yeah, true. I didn't consider that. Nice level lamp, but that... So, you know, that kind of is a joke about the image. Like, please don't do that. But also high infinity. Honestly, I've been using humor to deal with problems for a while, so I think it's kind of helping. Sorry, I'm dumb. No worries, no worries. It's an innocent joke. Just, you know, it is one of the boundaries of the space to avoid making jokes about the images, so, you know, people feel taken seriously and stuff. But yeah, don't worry about it. My Sonos hair is spiky to match the startled, panicky alert jump, cartoon shorthand stuff. Her body language is recoiling in horror, similar to the way I move when startled in real life. Arms up in front to shield myself, but also somewhat away from the threat so they can touch me as easily. Oh, that's what it is. Oh. The other character is a guy because I'm extra protective of my boundaries when it comes to men trying to flirt at me. I'm very demi, so anyone trying to hit on me when we just meet is genuinely just scaring me off. His expression... That reminds me. Hi, Lankuwu. In a positive note, it's nicely drawn. I like the expression of these folks. Right, that reminds me. Something that I was reminded of with the first submission actually is Katawa Shoujo, which is a 4chan produced graphic novel, visual novel, and something that really stuck with me there is that you have this character whose name is Hanako, I think, who has like burn scars all over her body and stuff, and like she has obviously some like she obviously has like some kind of social phobia. And like the first time you meet her in the game, like you're both at the library and like you end up like looking at her, and then she notices you looking at her, and like she gets startled, and then you have a choice. You either say, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to startle you," or you say like, "Oh, hi, what's up? I'm the dude, blah 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 blah." And the correct choice, if you want to pursue this person, is to back off, which makes sense. Like it's such a natural thing. Like even when you're dealing with like an animal or something, like when they get startled, when they are in fight or flight mode, and they're trying to gauge like, are you a friend or a foe? Then you need to clarify that you're not a foe by backing the hell off, you know? If you just insist, then like they're gonna keep being in that fight or flight mode and then probably choose flight or fight, you know, whichever they are more inclined to. Also, JT Wosky fan, hello, welcome in. Lankarish, you friend on my photo, like backing the hell off, hell yeah! Also, thank you for the follow, Wosky fan. I think it was just surprisingly respectful to the issues, despite being 4chan adjacent. Yeah, you know, that's one of those things like... 4chan is also apparently, you know, comprised of people. So, yeah. It just turned out they spent so much time researching that subject that eventually they were like, oh yeah, wait, you know, I actually start really caring about this, and, you know, about like the people that we're writing about rather than just doing it for the memes. Whoops. Oh yeah. His expression could be read as a malicious smirk, but I tried to also make it partially interpretable as a neutral smile, because it's not always easy to tell someone's intentions unless you know them. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, it was really not that easy to tell. Like the fact that I took the fact that like he seems to intentionally poke it to be like, okay, this is probably mean, but like at first I was like, oh man, that seems like a nice person, you know? Faraya, hello. Which is why I tend to err on the side of caution. If I don't lock someone out as soon as I get slightly scared, I risk being hurt worse, further into my boundaries. Yes, I know this overcautiousness makes it difficult for me to make connections in the real world, but I have to, because if I'm mistaken and trust a guy who wants to hurt me, my worst fears will come true, and I would not be able to handle that trauma. Yeah. Empress Whole TV, hello, thank you for the follow. Papa. What is your Psychonauts metal world? Wait, what is metal world? I know the first Psychonauts is a metal world, like a specific kind of world? Mental world, oh right. Sorry. My internal autocorrect is not very good. Mental world. That is a very good question. We actually had that subject a while ago. Hello, Empress. We actually had that subject a while ago. I'll remind me of that after we're done with this one. Also his arm starts as a sleeve, but transitions into a naked arm, symbolizing the way bad actors gradually show their true selves the longer you let them keep pushing your boundaries. And when you're attached to a person like that, it's really hard to see where the fake niceness ends and the exposed truth begins. So that's another reason to cut people off who show red flags. Whoa. Oh. What the hell? I didn't even notice that. That is wild. Man, you always put so much thought into this stuff. It's wild. I'm so impressed. Yeah. Are you talking about fake friends? I was reading out the commentary for this image, which was submitted by someone in chat. What was that about red flags? Let me read it again. His arm starts as a sleeve, but transitions into a naked arm, symbolizing the way bad actors gradually show their true selves the longer you let them keep pushing your boundaries. And when you're attached to a person like that, it's really hard to see where the fake niceness ends and the exposed truth begins. So that's another reason to cut people off who show red flags. Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand like the thing about being afraid of your trauma anxieties being confirmed, because like that's only going to reaffirm your trauma and it's going to make it all the harder to ever overcome it. So yeah, it makes sense. Ay. But yeah, you deserve more people who can like, you know, treat you in that way where you like, you know, can slowly get to know them, and they can enter your bubble and give you a nice warm hug that feels just like a very cozy orange rather than like the violent red explosion. Is there more submissions? I have to shower. I don't want to miss any though. No. After this, this is the last one, and after this is only my own drawing that's left to be shown. So let me do that. Okay, but before we do that, this was an ancient one. Let's see if I can find it here. We did have a subject once that was about inner worlds. Yes, this was it. Like a mindscape. This was how I depicted my own inner world. So yeah. Are the subjects randomized or are they announced in advance? They are randomized. Well, we generally we try to figure out what has been like going on in our lives. So, like if there's something you have been dealing with, that you want to like turn into a subject that you want to discuss in this forum, then yeah, you're free to bring it up. And sometimes we do a poll if there's multiple suggestions, sometimes there's no suggestions, and then I'm just like, okay, let's do this one, you know? Yeah. This was a rare case where like I did kind of brainstorm it ahead of time. But yeah. So yeah. This would be my Psychonauts world, something like this. I don't fully remember the reasoning behind this, but it exists. So I hope that answers that question. And here is my image for today on the subject of boundaries, which I will admit is not the most clear. I was going off of something that's been going on recently, and that's why I struggle to find a good way to convey it. Because like there's so much nuance to it, and I didn't want to paint like anyone in a particularly bad light, especially not the other person. But yeah, because like, yeah, this is one of those situations where like I would ask you like, what does this evoke in you? But like also I feel like I kind of need to keep talking because like it's a thing where people listen to me talk, you know? It feels like a hot and cold situation, like someone trying to reach out, but your inner self feels too hot and bothered. Or perhaps something has flared up, which paired with a mask feels like a lack of willingness to enforce or speak up about the boundaries. Is that someone drawing a bit too close for comfort, but he couldn't address boundaries? Maybe it wasn't too unclear. Yeah, it's like, what I mostly wanted to address here is my own difficulties with like establishing boundaries, because like I am very averse to conflict, to friction and stuff, and like you know, I feel like whenever I try to like establish boundaries after like I felt like I was not treated well, I was not treated right in the way that I want to be treated, I always question like, man, am I just being over dramatic? And like, I don't know, it's like they're just gonna be like, man, you know, I didn't do that, you know, I didn't mean to do that or something like that. And it's like, I don't know, I don't know how to express it. I don't know I don't know how to argue about something like this, and I don't want to argue. I don't want it to turn into an argument. Like, yeah, the fact that I think that like it's necessarily going to be like an argument, that there's going to be like a fight as soon as I just express something like that, is a huge issue. And like, there are some people I'm realizing who like actually enjoy like that kind of, you know, that kind of interaction where you're like really saying like, hey, this is a thing that bothers me. Oh, please do tell me more about that, you know, like by all means, you know, because this means that you trust me. You show me that you trust me by sharing the things that aren't happy in your life, not by just smiling and making jokes, but like by sharing what actually really is going on in there. Hello. Hi there, Lane. The way your character is looking down as if defeated or perhaps worried or nervous when it comes to addressing your preferences or boundaries, more concerned with the reaction of others rather than treating yourself with more kindness. Man, I guess I did express it. Okay, right. The hand close to the chest really feels like the character's holding everything in and letting it build up, which Could be linked to the hot and cold I spoke of earlier, because under pressure it can be really associated with heat and discomfort. Oh. Me on my way to make a call for help, buried under 500 layers of irony and 50 jokes. Yeah, right, yeah. Are you telling me people don't normally enjoy that? That explains a lot of discomfort I've caused others. Huh. I didn't take you for someone like that. I mean, someone like that, I don't know. I didn't mean that to sound negative. I hope it didn't. I'm definitely one of those people who greatly appreciate being told when something is wrong, because that way I can do something about that by stopping the thing I'm doing wrong. Oh. FYM? What does that mean? Like, fuck you mean, or what? Yeah. And then, yeah, the mask, of course, you know. Fuck you mean. Fuck you mean, yeah. Fuck you mean. God. Alex, that that thing about the hilarious of irony and jokes that is so real. God. Yeah. Also, I just noticed the varying shades in the background. Does that mean there's a varying level of intensity around the subject as the character dances her out in fear? Probably something like that, yeah. Could be a little bit more intense. Could have made it stronger, but oh well, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I try to, have a big difference between like the way between their body language, you know, the closed off and like the kind of reaching out, like kind of open and gently reaching out, but also like the face is a little bit like, you know, it's kind of worried, but also kind of like, come on, dude, you know. I mean, no trauma dumping, am I right, guys? Wink. I mean, if ever there was a stream for trauma dumping, it's this one. Although, well, okay, I guess not trauma dumping as such. But like, you know. If possible, can we clarify what it is that people don't normally enjoy doing, just in case anyone not pointing fingers forgot immediately, not me. What it is that people don't normally enjoy? I mean, I don't know. Like, I think most people aren't very comfortable with like being confronted about anything negative. Because it always like, a lot of people like, I mean, freaking crazy example, like I was riding my bike behind some people and just like, you know, they were like kinda blocking the street, not entirely, but you know, it was close enough that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ring my bell to like warn them that I'm coming. Don't make any sudden movements in the direction of any open space here, please. And you know, people can sometimes take offense to that. They're like, man, fuck you mean? You know, it's freaking, I'm just going about my business. What do you mean I have to get out of the way? I'm just saying I'm here. Please. Trauma dump stream. Oh boy. Slams 3 thick folders on the desk. If you would like to really trauma dump, there is someone I know who deals with that. There is wait. What was it? Parasocial work? Was that it? No. There it is. I think that was their name. I didn't remember if there was like any special characters in there. I'm a confrontation lover, but I attract friends who are terrified of confrontation. Huh. Interesting. Well, I hope that works out okay for you. It feels like my soul is boiling water to not know that I'm doing something wrong, and to only feel, at worst, mildly embarrassed, but it turns to gratefulness. Oh. 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 Anyone else in a weird spot where they have nobody to vent to, so they go on the internet and vent to strangers? High five, high five, high five. Oh dear. Oh no. Yeah, I've been slowly trying to get better about like realizing that I can reach out to people and like just talk about something that bothers me, you know? When people are like, what the bell is wrong with you? You can always reply, I'm just alerting you to my presence. Okay. Alright. Community, yay! I hate confrontation, but I keep making friends who start arguments just for the fun of it. Oh no. Oh, that is difficult. Oh no. Ah, thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Oh, wait. And it shows because even in the sketchiness of the lines, it could give a sense of uncertainty along with the lightness of the strokes on the hand reaching out might indicate that it's drowned out by the need to please others and put them first. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is intense. Huh. Do people enjoy yummy breakfast? Probably. I think so. Because yummy breakfast is yummy. It's kind of a matter of definition. Okay. I just noticed that, do you wear a scarf over your naked body? No. You can tell here, there's like sleeve. That's a sleeve. That line is a sleeve. Also, that's my ear. Also, wait. Oh, you mean the model? No, that's also a shirt. It's a shirt. It's a shirt. Whoa. Oh god, what happened? Oh no. Well, hello. I think they changed the controls on the camera. Hello. This is me. Hi. I don't show myself in full because this looks very awkward. I need to get my model fixed. The rigging and stuff. Okay. Okay. Y'all, my brain is dying. I streamed for like 7 hours yesterday. I don't know how I managed to do that. Which, by the way, I realized earlier, like could you... No, take care. Have a good shower. Have a good shower. Thank you for joining us. Reminds me of that SpongeBob episode where Patrick got a t-shirt the same color as his skin tone. Oh no. What did you have for dinner after stream? Yesterday, I just threw some TV dinner in the microwave. Some microwave dinner with fish and noodles and spinach. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. Okay. Everyone on YouTube, if you've watched this far, I'm very grateful, and take care. Bye-bye. Please leave a like and subscribe and all that good stuff, boy. No one watches this stuff on YouTube. No one does. TV dinner is still a thing. I thought people don't watch TV anymore. I don't know. This is